We were leaving the fifth suite area when I collided into a solid wall. When I glanced up, I realized the solid structure wasn't a wall at all. It was a boy, and this boy was studying me with unveiled interest.
"Hey, cutie."
His green eyes flickered over me, quick and assessing. A lazy, blatantly flirtatious smile curved over his lips. I stepped back, lifting my chin to meet his gaze. He had long, thick blonde hair that fell to his jaw, a dazzlingly handsome face, a stocky and muscled torso, the shape of which was visible through his black t-shirt, and was inexplicably tan. He also had an abundance of blonde chest hair that was poking out through the neck of his shirt. Hello." I gave him a polite smile and stuck my hand out. "I'm Fiona."
"Hi, Fiona."
He grinned widely, inadvertently drawing attention to the fact that his neck was approximately the same width as his head. His voice was maple syrup, dark and rich, and too sweet to be taken seriously.
"I'm Sasquatch."
"Sasquatch?" He nodded.
"That's right."
I pressed my lips together to keep from laughing, because I could tell he found the nickname both sexy and flattering. "Oh," I said, and nodded. "Nice to meet you, Sasquatch." Still holding my hand in one of his, he braced the other on the doorframe above my head and loomed over me, his gaze moving up and down my body several times in a leisurely perusal.
"So,"
he licked his lips.
"are you new here?"
"Ah, it's you!" Fern's exclamation came from behind me, and her hands closed on my shoulders, pulling me away from he who calls himself Sasquatch.
"Oh, hey, sexy. I didn't see you there."
Not missing a beat, Sasquatch leaned forward as though to give Fern a kiss. She placed her hand over his face, her palm on his mouth, and pushed him away. "Go away, beast!" She flicked her wrist and grasped my hand, maneuvering me around Sasquatch.
"That's not what you said this morning,"
he called after us. Fern spun toward him, releasing my hand and flinging me away, and again I collided into a solid wall. And again, it was not a wall, but the chest of a boy. "Excuse me." I reached my hands out to steady myself as his came to my upper arms, likely with the same goal. "You have lice in your chest hair!" I heard Fern bellow at Sasquatch some distance behind me. I glanced up distractedly at the second boy I'd run into, wondering if he'd also be employing an aptly titled fictional subspecies as a nickname, maybe the Yeti, and did a double take when our eyes met. His face was completely calm, serene, though damp and reddish on his high cheekbones and the bridge of his undeniably masculine nose. This was likely from the perspiration associated with cardiovascular exercise in cold weather. His thick, dark brown hair was standing up and in spiky disarray, like he'd just taken off a hat. His jaw was angular, his bone structure more a sharp reverse trapezoid than a square. And he was tall, at least a full foot taller than me. But his eyes, his dark, dark brown eyes, were almond-shaped, and they met mine directly. They struck me at once as expressive and cautious, curious and cynical. For no reason at all, my gaze dropped to his mouth. It held no hint of a smile, yet the first word that popped into my mind as I stared at his mouth was generous. He had generous lips, the bottom larger than the top, giving him the appearance of a small frown or pout. They were slightly chapped. He smelled like snow and soap and sweat, and not rank, pungent sweat. It was a sweet, masculine smell, and made my internal organs try to rearrange themselves. Likely the power of male pheromones at work.
"Hello,"
he said, his tone dry and flat. My eyes darted back to his, and I could feel myself blush, just a little, as I was not prone to embarrassment, at being caught staring at his mouth. He was squinting, like a full-on Dirty Harry squint. I had the distinct impression I was being examined.